Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 24. It is now time for round 5 of our MotoGP career mode, and it's time for the French GP. It is Le Mans. Now in the qualifying I was using adaptive AI, so we will be starting from pole position with a lap time of a 1:42.037. But looking at the gap, it's absolutely monumental, so I've made a decision today to change to 120% difficulty artificial intelligence. Let's crack on. So here we go then, guys and girls, starting from pole position. We are going to go up against the 120% AI, so let's see what happens from this point onwards. I have been using adaptive AI, but noticing Jerez, they didn't seem to be all up to scratch. So I thought we'll just try it out and see how 120% difficulty AI works out here today. And already into the first corner, we've got a challenge here. Now Daniel Holgardo's gone down in sector 1. That's not a good start for the man on board the Husqvarna. But as we go into the right hander for turn 4, we are battling with David Alonso for the win here. Whoa, goodness me, he got really close to me there going into La Chapelle. We're both going to run it deep into turn 6, and in fact David Alonso is looking to make it 2 for 2, one in the virtual form and one in real life that you may have just seen yesterday in MotoGP's real life racing for Moto 3. In fact, it just caught me off guard there. Daniel Holgado is out. He's completely out. He didn't even finish the first corner. He's having a shocking time on board the Husqvarna. I can't believe how bad his luck is materializing to be in our career mode right now. But anyway, yeah. The whole purpose of this video here today is we're going to be fighting against 120% difficulty AI, and I need to know if it's going to be more competitive than it was in the likes of Jerez and Portimao when we were using the adaptive AI. And I can say already, it seems to be pretty good. We're battling, we're giving elbows to elbow with David Alonso, so I'm quite positive that we should have a good race here today. So 16 laps of the French GP is well and truly underway as we're leading from the start, going into the penultimate corner and then into the fantastic Recordamont for the right-hander. Look how close Alonso got to us there. He was really close. He was going to send me to the distance like Jake Roberts on... Jake Roberts? What am I on about? Joe Roberts on... I think it was Ihagor in the final couple of corners, and I think it was Alonso Lopez, wasn't it? I mean, he gave him as good as he got. He bumped... Alonso bumped Joe early on in the race, and then Roberts gave it him back later on. It was some great racing in Moto 2, but we're focusing now on Moto 3. And here goes David Alonso. He's going to try around the outside, just muscling the gas out of the way in the early stages of this race so far. Weather conditions look absolutely abysmal, so I don't have any hope that we're going to probably last through this race, but fingers crossed, if it doesn't rain, we should be good, and we should be able to just battle it out and fight for the victory here today. Now, I always skip to see whether we're going to get a flag to flag or not. I know it does show you with a little rain symbol, but I always skip it because I don't want to know what's going to happen. So I have no idea what is going to happen in this race. But those bloody clouds look ominous, that's what I'll tell you, and I'll tell you that for free. And I'll tell you what else is free, subscribing to the channel. So don't forget, if you're enjoying the video, hit the like button as well, because why not let it fly, and also subscribe as well. But we go into Shimano buff then. 0.2 of a second is the difference to Colin Vire, who's now approached the second place position. Good to see Vire's back up there fighting for the victory. But our main challenger here today is David Alonso. Of course, Vire is still very much up there fighting for this championship lead, but at the moment we seem to have it covered. I also don't see Taio Furusato, which is a great sign, because maybe it's only the adaptive AI that wants to make Taio Furusato the greatest rider on earth. But look at those lap times. Did you see that? Oh, look, there's that man! There he is! Taio Furusato, 1:43 flat, as his teammate pops up onto the right-hand side of the screen with a track limit warning. But yeah, let's just talk about that for a second. I got across the line there. Fastest man on the circuit, of course you are, because you led lap 2, 1:43.4. That was immediately bettered by Vire, Alonso, Suzuki, Zuratuza, Rueda, and then, I think I'm not mistaken, it would have been Taio Furusato then who got the fastest lap of lap number 2. I'm going to keep an eye on that, because I suspect throughout these laps it could be more stagnant rather than the adaptive AI getting stronger in one part of the race and then maybe dwindling at another. Really curious to see how this one's going to work here today, because one of my main concerns with the adaptive AI was that if the player is good enough to fight 120%, then surely the game would just leave you at 120%. So I'm not really making a difference if I leave it on adaptive AI. So I might as well just leave it on full 120%. Now I think adaptive AI has been superb for the initial start to this career mode, and possibly for the wet weather conditions as well, because all the players will begin to struggle a bit when it gets to the wet, because we don't practice it enough, of course. So I'm curious to see whether this is going to be the right approach now for the rest of the season, or maybe adaptive AI is the way to go. We're going to try and find that out here today. But what I can guarantee is the fact that I have just put in now my best lap time. Of course, we haven't got across the line yet, but with a delta that screams 6+ tenths of a second, it does mean that we're going to set the new fast lap of the race, which is then going to be, oh my goodness, was beaten 3 times from the riders behind us, and then Tyre Furusato, who I have absolutely no idea where he is on the track right now, is the fastest man on circuit with a 1:42.468. I don't need to do the maths without to tell you it's almost 4 tenths of a second quicker than your race leader. This could get interesting. And I am still not able to pull away. Bear in mind, I did a low... Oh, Via! Oh, my heart! Wow! I had to pick up good and proper there against Via. Eager and keen to give it back to the 120% AI, and there we go. Oh, picking up the man on board the KTM. That was a little bit of a scare, wasn't it? He really sent that into La Chapelle. Fair play, Colin, fair play. I know there's some support for you in the Discord server, but I don't know about that, and I don't know about that either. Well, I think so far this is the way to go. It could be a bit of a blip, the fact that we're getting lucky with 120% AI, but already I'm having a blast. I love it when I'm in contention for fighting for positions and points. It's great. It's so much more fun than me just leading the race by a country mile. I know her ref yesterday's video was fun. I enjoyed making that video, and of course the little scare in the middle of the race certainly made it interesting, but I much prefer Moto3 action like this. It's just classic. It's brilliant. It's magnificent. And of course I haven't done my my recap video of MotoGP at the weekend. Of course, if you know the results, then I'll tell you, but if you don't, then I'll probably hold back, maybe watch this video later on. In fact, I won't spoil it, so that way nobody needs to leave this video. But yeah, I'll do my recap video tomorrow, so that'll be Tuesday, so stick around for that if you're looking forward to a quick brief recap of the MotoGP race at the weekend here in Le Mans. Someone's on the left-hand side there, and it's Colin Via. He's coming through now with the Red Bull KTM. Does he go for a lunge into La Chapelle this time? Surely not. Is it going to be going through yet? Surely not. No, he couldn't. He couldn't. I got right onto the power there to try and avoid Via getting through into the apex of La Chapelle. Now into the Musée corner. We have lost a bit of time, but it's really nothing to concern ourselves about at this point of the Grand Prix. I mean, at this point of the Grand Prix, Daniel Holgado sat back into the pits. He's thrown his gloves in disappointment. Maybe the helmet's gone for a burden as well. But he's going to be livid. How many points has he been acquired at this championship? I'm going to have a look at the end. That's unbelievable how much he's struggled this season just by swapping the same, just different colours. It's the same bike. It's just the gas, the KTM, the Husqvarna. It's all just the RC250. So I mean, what does it matter? He's just got a slight different chassis, I think. But I don't even know if that's the case. I think they're all pretty much identical. But anyway, moving on from that, because I could be completely wrong. We are now a 1/10 of a second quicker than the delta on the previous lap time here. So I'm pushing, but I still don't think it's enough to release the shackles from Colin Via. He is biting at the ankles, isn't he? 2/10 of a second is the gap. Across the line, it's a low 1:43. So we did improve compared to the previous lap, but not as good as the singular 1:42 we set earlier on. But here comes Colin Via. Hopefully it doesn't run into my path a little bit. I noticed that in the practice, that they do run it wide into that corner, so might have to be a little bit careful going in to turn 1. But out of the Dunlop chicane, Colin, steady. I know that AI try and pick it up really fast there, so it's easy to hit you as you go underneath the Dunlop bridge. MotoGP stewards are back out there again. Adrian Fernandez with a slap on the wrist. Of course, he had a terrific race at the weekend, actually, as a matter of fact. double long lap penalty for being a prat in practice, basically slowing down, trying to catch a toe, impeding rides, etc. And then still finished in a very solid 6th place. So it was a very good performance for the young man, Adrian Fernandez. So on to the brakes and into Garage Vert. We are still looking at another good lap time. So with the time we've got left, I don't think we can pull away. This was my attempt of getting away from the pack. Seems to be a bit of a gap now materialising in between. I couldn't tell you for sure who it is in that pack. And Furusato's now made his presence known. He's up to 8th place. I strongly feel that there is 6-7 riders behind us, and I imagine Furusato's in that pack. You can see in the bottom left hand corner of your screen there is a group of riders all latching on to the back of the BOE Motorsports KTM. But look at that corner, beautiful across the line. Is it going to be a new fastest lap? It's not, but it's close enough too. It's a 142.485 for the man on your screens right now. Just approaching, not quite half race distance, but getting there. Colin Vire is still yet to... I've gone deep. Just trying to catch a bit too much time into the Dunlop chicane. Just the smallest of errors. I was just pushing to try and improve the lap time, get back into the 142s again, or get into the 142s consistently, and now we've just lost some vital positions. So how well will the 120% difficulty respond? Up into Musée, we've retaken the position of 2nd. Alonso could have the speed around the outside, so let's run it a bit deeper then. I couldn't have run it any deeper than that. I think that was a good defence job from me to hold on to 2nd. And now it's a chance to close into the back of the number 95. Keep it in tight, get on the power and get into the slipstream. We might have a chance to attack him going into Shimano Buff. So on to the power then. We're in the slipstream, just waiting for that chance to get late on the brakes. Do we dare to go around? No way, I can't. I'm closing in rapidly, but I wasn't able to go around the outside. It's one of my favourite things to do, is to go around the outside into Shimano Buff. It's incredibly difficult to do, but if you get it done right, you just feel £1,000,000. Honestly, you feel fantastic. Really close into the rear of Vire there. Not sure why he seemed to just let off the throttle mid-corner. That's going to cost him, but he does lunge back over the inside for turn 13. Beautiful, clean racing against the hardest difficulty artificial intelligence here in MotoGP 24. This has got all the hallmarks of being a very special race. Coming around the outside of Colin Vire. Look at the speed we picked up on board the KTM. It's KTM 1-2 as Vire goes up on the inside. His bike's in a terrible spot. Suzuki gets hit. Oh my God. Is Suzuki still on the track? Alonso's gone down as well. Where did he go down? Joel Kelso's now leading this Grand Prix. Furusato's up to 3rd. Oh my God, what has just happened on lap number 8? I mentioned this earlier on, didn't I? That Colin Vire, the AI in this game, they run it quite deep going into turn 1. I felt like I had the line there, but I tried to pick up, but I think I must have just tapped his rear tyre with the smallest of touches, and Colin Vire has gone down. That's disappointing, that, because I was really hoping for a good battle with Colin. We've not had one really since Qatar, and then of course in the other track, COTA, Circuit of Americas. It's been we've had some good battles actually, but I always enjoy a bit of a scrap with the number 95. And here comes Furusato on the Honda. I thought he was going to go around the outside of us all then. The most impactful Japanese rider in Moto3 history in my career mode series. He has just come into this championship and absolutely swung for the fences. Ayumi Sasaki was never that quick, and neither was Tatsuki Suzuki in the MotoGP computer games. He is on another level. I am really curious to see what happened to Tatsuki Suzuki though, because that bike, that strewn KTM that was just scratching across the tarmac, flew into the back of Tatsuki-san, and they almost sent him flying. I'm glad he's alright, but he lost a lot of time. He's down to 7th place, as a matter of fact. Ricardo Rossi now up to 8th place. He was having a great ride in Le Mans until David Munoz went and hit him off. We know David Munoz is quite aggressive, as previous history tells us. But I think that little bit of contact was a bit harsh to give him along that penalty, but yeah, Munoz is quite the aggressive rider, so I guess it kind of made sense. And at the end of the day, it did ruin Riccardo Rossi's race, and he was having a cracker on the board the CIP Green Power KTM, and they actually consider this track to be their home track as well, so it's even worse for the Green Power team. But out of the left-hand side then, we've still got the advantage. 0.2 of a second it is to Tayo. But I've said this a few times now, the speed of that Honda is far superior than any of the RC250s. Can he pull me back and take over the position onto the run to Shimano Buff? And you know what? I think it's going to happen. Keep a look on the left-hand side. There he is. Honda Team Asia man goes up on the inside. The young, petite and quiet Tayo Furusato is an assassin in this game. He flies through, going into Shimano Buff. Fair play here on lap number 9. But there's still plenty of time left to go here. But the one thing I cannot afford to do is let this young man get out of our sights. That simply cannot happen. So when that opportunity arises to go back through, we have to take it, and I almost thought about it then for Recordamon. You sort of save that for the last lap. You don't show your cards too early. But look at the speed of the Honda. It's too good. It's too fast. Oh, I might be able to go around the outside though. AI will run it a little bit deep here into turn 1. Can we? Not possible. Now into left-hand side. Is it going to open up for me for another opportunity? I think it will. Oh, it's still. Look at that. Look at the lap times. Look at the lap time. We're 0.4 of a second quicker already. And we've done nothing but just start bringing on the throttle a bit earlier. This is the lap times we're going to have to contend with now. This is going to be on the limit. We're going to be looking at 141s, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Tayo, small mistake. Beautiful tight apex into Musée corner. Can we keep it in tight enough to hold the position going into turn 8? No, there's no way. Look how much advantage Tayo's got. I'd love to go around the outside there, but I'm not confident enough. But he's let it go, and I've gone for the inside. The undercut into turn 8. The Undertaker. Not the wrestler Mark Calloway, but the Undertaker going in rather than the Overtaker this time. Beautiful. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. And here comes Tayo again, banging on the pressure, knocking on the metaphorical door as we enter turn 10. It's game on, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely game on here right now. I can't wait for this. It's going to be belting. We've got 6 more laps of sheer, pure fun. It's game on. I'm ready for this one. Well, I've got to say, I think the 120% difficulty experiment's done well. I think we should stay on this difficulty. Because between you and I and the gate post, I did actually start this race with the adaptive AI, and I pulled a second immediately. And I decided then that that's not going to work. I don't want to be leading the race by a country mile again. Sounds odd to say it, but I'd rather fight with Tayo like we're doing right now. I can't get through there. He's just a little bit better than me into Dunlop. He just seems to have it right. Oh, Furusato track limit warning. That's a metaphorical slap on the wrist for the Honda Team Asia man. Where is he now? Yeah, he's got the inside line. Tayo goes back on through. This is great. This is exactly what I was looking for when I changed the difficulty. Oh, Adrian Fernandez. He can't escape it in virtual form either then. Long lap penalty. Adrian Fernandez. He's not competing for any decent points in this one anymore. Oh, Tayo getting close there. Does he go for the lunge now? Does he? It's coming. I know it's coming. It's there. Oh, man. Oh, goodness me. That was close. I felt like I was going to get picked up in the middle of that corner then. Oh, my goodness. Look at Tayo. I'm going to try and go around the outside. Why not let it fly, ladies and gentlemen? The long way round into Shimano Buff. It's been done. Yes. Oh, my God. That's my YouTube short right there. Brilliant. Yes, I was hoping to get a move done around the outside in the Shimano Buff. Prayers answered here in MotoGP 24's career mode. That was wonderful. I'm happy with that. Very pleased. I've run it deep into turn 13. No. Oh, I lost so much time there. Furusato must be thinking, you plonker. I'm back on through, and I'm taking the 25 points, Munchkin. There's nothing you can do about it. But no, I'm fighting back. I'm going to go for it. Into the Dunlop chicane. looking like Marc Marquez. Can we go around the outside here? Surely not. Oh, we picked it up. Into the right hand. What the hell was that? What the hell? Joel Kelso? What was that? What was that from Joel Kelso? He lunged across the track. Where's his drop one position? You can't do that. That's ridiculous. Did he just cut the apex? That's unbelievable. Get that man a long lap penalty immediately. That's a blatant shortcut. You can't get away with that. Well, I guess I don't think it's. I don't think they're going to actually penalise him, are they? Well, I guess Joel Kelso then. Welcome to the battle. Myself, Tayo, and the fans greet you to this three-way battle for the victory here in the French GP. But that was egregious. That was taking the mickey, that was. You can't just cut the apex into the Dunlop chicane like that. So lightning can't strike twice, can it? No, it certainly can't. There's no way I can then position that back over the inside. But I tell you what, flirting with track limits every single time we go into the latter stage of Shimano Buff. Now into the Blue S's. I do feel quick here. I know when I was looking at the qualifying, I found a good chunk of time just going into this final sector. Usually I wouldn't say I'm that confident here into the final bits, but with MotoGP 24, I just feel fantastic in this track. It feels so good. Just so enjoyable to ride, honestly. It's fantastic. Across the line, back into the 142s. These are fast lap times. Don't forget, my lap time for a qualifying was about 142 flat. Something like that anyway, so it's close enough for the pace we're running right now, as we'll try and go around the outside again going into turn 3 to turn 4. I can't get it to stick. And Joel Kelso doesn't then cut at the apex. Oh, we've lost time here. Alright, just keep it together, just stay on him. My heart's beginning to pound. I'm actually getting quite nervous with this. Quick look to see if Joel Kelso's there. Thankfully not. He's pushing me here. He is stretching me. We can't afford to do this. Can't afford to lose out to Tayo Furusato. Now, I mentioned in the previous video in Jerez there was a pole jinx. It has been prevalent in Moto 3 for a few years, which has come to an end. I think Holgado stopped that drought last season. But in my career mode so far, the man who took pole position is still yet to win the race. We're on our second pole position in a row, albeit against the adaptive AI. But right now it's looking a bit bleak. Tayo's still able to pull 0.4 of a second out of us. So we dive into the left-hand side for Shimano Buff. This is turn 9. We'll wait for the moment to turn to the right. Yeah, we're bringing that gap back. We've just got to stay in the slipstream. We know how fast that Honda is. We know how fast Tayo Furusato is, so we just got to keep on him. Cannot afford to let the Honda Team Asia rider get past us. Well, get away from us, should I say. I think we're going to have to make a lunge soon. Look how much we closed in into turn 13. I felt like I braked a bit too late there, but for turn 14, we're on the limit. I just can't keep up with him. Don't do it to me, Tayo. I'm on the limit here to stick with you right now. Yeah, my heart's beginning to pound here. This is getting intense. We've got 3 more laps to go here. I'm going to have to go for a lunge. Up on the inside. It's not the cleanest of lunges. Tayo goes to the inside. Fight back immediately. Going into turn 4. Oh, I still can't get through. Possibly here, though, for La Chapelle. The AI just seemed to open the door ever so slightly. Bit of a barge, that, to be honest. But all fair in love and war. No doubt Tayo is not shy in giving it back to me. Well, I'll take that. There was a bit of a tight lunge, a tight squeeze. Alonso Lopez-esque move. In fact, shout out to David Munoz. He's up there in 8th place now. Teammate, getting me some valuable points. Good stuff for the BOE Motorsports opposite side of the garage. And speaking of garage, here goes Garage Vert. And onto the power. We are 0.2 of a second. Have we just broken the shackles of Tayo? Now, what are you talking about? Of course not. Look at that. That gap was over 0.2 of a second as we got onto this straight. 0.2 of a second has disappeared. Oh, in fact, 0.4 of a second. Did Tayo make a mistake? I think he did. And I tell you who did make a mistake. David Almanza. Once again, a long lap penalty. I don't know if you're into drinking games, but take a shot every single time you see David Almanza take a long lap penalty in my career mode videos. And if you want to get a little bit drunk, then I guess what you would do is take a shot every time he gets a track limit warning. In fact, the same could be said for Boazra here as well. How many times is he doing that? And why has Adrian Fernandez not taken that long lap penalty yet? He's got 2 laps to do it in. I don't think he's going to bother at all. Well, here we go then, into the Dunlop corner. This is the Dunlop chicane. We hold the advantage. I think this is it. Lap 15, the penultimate lap. We're going to have to go for it. I think we just send it now. We won't even consider the battle with Tayo. Let's try and get the fastest possible lap we can do now and take the victory. Break the pole spell and break the hearts of the Japanese fans. We can do this. 0.4 of a second against the 120% AI. Things are looking good for us. Gotta get that gap to half a second. He must not have the slipstream going into the left hand of the straight on the left hander before Shimano Buff, and then, if you can call it a straight, the first corners in Le Mans. We cannot afford for him to have the slipstream, and in fact, it's disappearing. It's disappearing. Tayo could be coming through here. I've got to be brave on the brakes here. Do not let Tayo get through. We cannot afford to let Furusato get through now. Ooh, first track limit warning in 15 laps. That's not a bad effort, that really isn't. I've been squeaky clean up until that point. And I gotta say, this lap is actually looking to be an improvement. 0.1/10 of a second, it could be improved by. What a time to set the fastest lap of the race in. What a time to stick. Oh, just a small change there. Oh, I just really wanted to get that tight apex to ensure that we could get the speed. And that's really, oh, I've messed it up now. I've bottled it. Okay then, Tayo, go on through then. Let's dance one more lap. Joel Kelso shouldn't be featuring in this one now. I think it's down to us two. So here we go then. Up on the inside to the Dunlop chicane. Keep it tight. Oh, that was really tight. That's a track limit warning. That's 3 in about 4 corners. Got to pack that in. Don't like the trend of that so far, but into the right-hander. This is La Chapelle and Furusato's closed the door. That's one overtaking opportunity gone. This next left-hander for Muse is a great opportunity, but I'm not close enough. Brake at the Oakley sign and go full send. Keep it in tight to the apex as you possibly can. Wait for it, wait, oh! He turned in tight then. This is getting tough. I don't know if we can get this now. Furusato, where's this come from? Onto the brakes then for Garage Vert. Keep it in tight. Not that tight. Don't want to touch the apex. And get on the power. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Upshift, power. Oh, a little slide there. Oh, I can't believe it. Furusato's got it done, hasn't he? It's 0.3 of a second is the gap. We've got to be absolutely impervious now. We cannot afford to make a small mistake. Into Shimano Buff. We're closing in rapidly. That's another track limit warning. Oh my god, please don't let me get along that penalty now. Into the right-hander then. Go for the tight apex to the blue S's and just wait for the opportunity. We need to close in as quickly as we can here. Oh, a bit of a nudge. Oh, it worked. Furusato's been moved out of the way, so we just got 2 more corners to secure the victory here in Le Mans. Keep it in tight. Get on the power. And I think we've done it. It's a victory. Here in the French GP. Magnificent performance. What a race. Oh my goodness, that was unbelievable. That's the best race we've had so far this season. That was terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, 120% difficulty AI from now on. I think we've decided upon that here today. What a race. What a battle. Wow. Well, let's take a look at the championship standings anyway. Those are your top 12 results on the screen right now. And the championship standings puts us Taka Nakagami amounts of points ahead of the Japanese rider. That is 30 points clear from the Japanese in second and 46 clear from Tatsuki Suzuki. So guys, I need a breather. I'm going to finish the video here. I'll let you see the teams championship. And I guess I'll see you for tomorrow for more MotoGP 24 content. What a race. Oh, and we took the championship lead in the teams. Beautiful. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.